for the Meridian Mutual lineup exchange here at home plate. Your umpires for tonight's ball game. Home plate umpire is Jared Cox. At first base is Troy Harper. And at third base is Jay Johnston. All right, fans, get your scorecards out. It's time to present your Meridian Mutual starting lineup. First for our visitors, the Fort Scott Dragoons. Leading off tonight for Fort Scott will be the center fielder, number 21, Julian Gaston. Batting second is the left fielder, number 12, Zion Lewis. Batting third tonight for the Dragoons in right field will be number 15, Samuel Padilla. Batting fourth and playing third base tonight for the Dragoons is 24, Cedric Holnitz. Batting fifth and doing the catching tonight for Fort Scott is number 18, Bodie Mauser. Batting sixth tonight for the Dragoons and playing second base is 14, Tommy Padilla. Batting seventh tonight for Fort Scott and playing first base is number 28, Jackson Burnett. Batting eighth tonight for the Dragoons and playing shortstop is number 2, Mateo Rodriguez. And batting ninth tonight for Fort Scott is the designated hitter, number 30, Ulysses Fernandez. And starting pitcher tonight for the Fort Scott Dragoons is number 22, Jarrett Willett. All right, Blues fans, put your hands together. It's the starting lineup for your 2026 Meridian Blues. Leading off tonight for your Blues and playing center field is number 13, Sandry Hernandez. Batting second is your third baseman, number 23, Mason McMillan. Batting third is your Blues DH, number 12, Brandon Ford. Batting fourth in right field is number 1, Ladarius Clark. Batting fifth is your Blues left fielder, number 20, Caden Peoples. Batting sixth is the Meridian shortstop, number 11, Hank Eaton. Batting seventh and playing first base is number 28, Ryan Ratajczak. Batting eighth and doing the catching tonight for Meridian, number 14, Eli Selby. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 25, Jace Christian. And starting pitcher tonight for your Meridian Blues is number 30, Maxwell Schumacher. Manager and head coach of your Blues is Cindy Calloway, and he is assisted by Greg McBride. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask if you are able to please stand and direct your attention to the American flag in right center field as we get set to celebrate 250 years of freedom and independence tomorrow. We have a very special performance this evening of the Star Spangled Banner. Give them a warm welcome as they perform the national anthem this evening. Our good friends Scott McQuaig and Brett Gully.
Thank you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's flash gleam? Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the land that our flag was still there. For saved us that star-spangled banner yet waving o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Big thanks to Scott and Brett here tonight. Of course, we'll have the post-game concert later on tonight. Let's also give a big round of applause to our Field of Dreams team here tonight as they run off the field. The 8U Angels! Let's give it up for them as they run off the field here tonight. If your local team would like to be a part of our future games as a part of our Field of Dreams teams, you can get more information and submit your request online at meridianblues.com or over in our Facebook page. And folks, before we get going here tonight with this big ball game here tonight to kick off the 4th of July weekend, we have not one but 2 first pitches here tonight. We have Mr. Larkin Kennedy from Oshner going to toss out one of the balls here tonight. And also we've got a birthday girl here tonight. She's turning 9 years old. Kimber Scott is with us here tonight. So Kimber's going to be up first. Looks like a strike tonight. Give it up for birthday girl, Kimber Scott. Happy birthday from the Meridian Blues. All right, Larkin. A lot of pressure here after that strike. Let's give it up for Larkin. His first pitch here from Oshner. That's a strike, too, across the plate. Let's give it up for Larkin Kennedy. Appreciate Oshner. They are our title sponsor here tonight, helping us with the fireworks. And as your Meridian Blues get ready to warm up here tonight, let's give it up for our special bat boy here tonight, brought to you by Meridian Mutual. Our good buddy Eddie McMullen's here tonight as our bat boy, brought to you by Meridian Mutual. You'll see him throughout the night here tonight.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Meridian, Mississippi, here, home of the Meridian Blues, as the Blues take on the Dragoons from Fort Scott, Kansas. This is game number 1 of the series. The Blues come in tonight 16-15 overall. The Dragoons 19-12. Should be a fun night of baseball here in Meridian, Mississippi. 3 games set tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. We appreciate you tuning in to the Meridian Blues Baseball Channel. I'm Will Atkinson, everyone. I'll be bringing the play-by-play throughout the season here with the Meridian Blues. The Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union starting lineup from left to right in the outfield for the Blues. Caden Peoples in left field. Sandry Hernandez in center field. Ladarius Clark over in right. Mason McMillan will anchor the hot corner at third base. Hank Eaton at shortstop. Jace Christian at second base tonight. Ryan Ratajczyk playing first base in this afternoon's battery. Behind the dish, it'll be Eli Selby. And on the mound, the big right-hander, Maxwell Schumacher. This will be Schumacher's second appearance for the Blues. He's got a 2.57 ERA. He pitched 7 innings. He walked 1 and struck out 7. Opponents hitting 125 against the big right-hander. They call him the Big Show. And we get ready to rock and roll here in Meridian, Mississippi. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. It's going to be a fun one. Stepping in for the Fort Scott Dragoons, leading it off, Julian Gaston. Gaston, the left-handed hitting center fielder. Gaston hitting .382 on the season. Had an opportunity actually to speak with several of the Dragoons before the game today, and Julian was helping me with some of the jersey numbers and names, making sure we had everything squared away as he hits that one foul down the right field line. Gaston wearing number 21. Listed 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. One of the team leaders in average. He awaits the 2-1 there from the Big Show. That one right there will even the count at 2. I think Selby may have gotten himself a little ahead of himself there. Thought he had the strikeout. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Popped him up. Playable there at second base, drifting over to the shortstop. Eaton will call everyone off. First out of the inning. Gaston flies out to the shortstop.
Is the left fielder, number 12, Zion Lewis.
Zion Lewis stepping to the plate from Cleveland, Ohio. Broken bat there, a one hopper to Eaton. He's going to have to get rid of it. Bang, got him. A nice play right there on the run by Hank Eaton. 2 outs in the inning.
With 2 outs as we play here in the top of the first, next to the plate for Fort Scott is the right fielder, 15, Samuel Padilla.
Schumacher listed 6'5", 255. He was a Danville, Indiana guy. Played this season at the University of Tennessee at Martin. A graduate of the University of West Alabama, where he played as well. He deals the 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. I've caught a whole bunch of ball games with Schumacher on the mound. At the University of West Alabama, he's behind in the count here, 3-0. Folks came down for 3 games. They're in the crowd tonight. Schumacher on the inside corner there, called strike. The 3-1. Lifted into right field, that should be playable. Giving chase is Jace Christian. The ball popped out of the glove after a very long run. A fantastic effort there by Jace Christian. He dives on the right field line, couldn't make the play. So a double there by Samuel Padilla.
After the 2-out double by Fort Scott, next to the plate is the third baseman, 24, Cedric Polnitz.
Cedric Polnitz stepping to the plate. Polnitz wearing number 24. Nashville, Tennessee native. Collegiately played at Lemoyne in college. Swinging first pitch there is Polnitz. He was searching for sunscreen in the dugout prior to the to the ball game, and his teammates gave him a little sunscreen. He's getting the ins and outs of a proper application there. So it wasn't sunscreen, it's bug spray, I'm sorry. As Schumacher throws to second base. Yeah, he was looking for bug spray, and he was trying to get the ins and outs, the proper application practices. You know, is it a spray directly on, or is it a mist and walk through? It was a good time. That one's too tall. You never know what you're going to see at the ballpark or what you're going to hear. You know, it's just it's a good time. You meet a lot of people, a lot of interesting people, and a lot of fun stories to talk about for a long time to come. Schumacher takes a peek at second base. He'll deal. Too tall there. This Fort Scott team was on a tear at the beginning of the season. I mean, they started out like gangbusters, and it's not like they were playing bad baseball, but they have definitely hit a couple of bumps in the roads. Sitting at second in the league, but they've lost 10 straight. I mean, they were like, I mean, they're 19-12 now, so you know they were at one point 19-2. As Polnitz fouls that one into the screen. Still sitting in second place. The Bryan Yard Dogs at 18-16. The Blues here at 16-15. Piney Woods at 10-17, and the Beaumont Oil Barons 5-27. They've lost 22 straight. Schumacher sets at the belt. The payoff. Chopped on the left side. McMillan's got a chance to make a play. Throws across the diamond. He got him. Polnitz retired on the ground ball to third base. There were no runs on the one hit. There were no errors. And the Dragoons, they strand one. After a half inning, we're scoreless. We'll be right back. More Blues baseball.
Sometimes it's just you and the work ahead. But in Meridian, new faces never stay alone for long. Here, community steps in beside you.
Welcome to Meridian.
Meridian Mutual, built by community and proud to sponsor the Meridian Blues.
Starting pitcher this evening for the Dragoons is 22, Jared Willett.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field. Get ready to go to the bottom half of inning number one. The Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union starting lineup from left to right in the outfield for the Dragoons. Zion Lewis in left field, Julian Gaston in center field, Samuel Padilla in right, Cedric Polnitz at third base, Mateo Rodriguez at shortstop, Tommy Padilla at second base, Jackson Burnett over at first. Behind the dish, it'll be Bodie Mauser. And on the bump, it'll be the right-hander, Jared Willett. Willett on the season, 7th appearance. This is his 4th start. He's got 27 1/3 innings pitched. Walked 17, struck out 37. He's got a 6.59 ERA. Opponents hitting .286 against the right-hander.
Make some noise for your leadoff hitter in the bottom of the first inning. Center fielder, number 13, Sandri Hernandez.
Was talking with the field manager for the Dragoons, Mike Albin. He was very complimentary on how things have been since he's arrived here in Meridian, and also was kind of giving us a little bit of a rundown and said that his pitching has been very solid all year. And we'll get the first opportunity to check out Willett here as he deals to Hernandez. Hernandez tries to bunt his way aboard. Fouls it off. Sandri Hernandez hitting .314 on the season. That one's too far inside. Mid to upper 80s with the fastball here for Willett. It's Hernandez. Tries to continue to swing a hot bat. That one misses outside. Got a lot of goings on at the ballpark tonight in celebration of our nation's birthday. A little mini concert after the ball game is played, followed by a fireworks extravaganza and a packed house here tonight as Willett gets a signed and he'll deal. Missed it outside. Hernandez draws the leadoff walk.
All right, Blues fans, next to the plate.
Appreciate the folks that make things happen here behind the scenes. Our public address announcer, Mr. Robbie Atkinson. Our sports media wizard, Mr. Matt Milner. Our videographer, Hunter Heath. And our producer, Miss Tanisha Clark. Folks, she's a rock star. They do a great job here to make the fan experience in person and on our YouTube channel outstanding. We appreciate that. A tip of the cap to those folks behind the scenes. Mason McMillan at the plate. McMillan hitting .300 on the season. 3 doubles, 5 triples. He does have a home run. It's Hernandez at the plate. At first base, excuse me. McMillan at the plate takes that one for a called strike. Hernandez has 10 steals on the season. Dives back in time. He's got a good lead there. McMillan has driven in 16 this season. He awaits the 1-1. Flares that one down the right field line. That one's headed toward the bullpen, giving chase as the first baseman. He'll run out of real estate. Jackson Burnett gave chase. He ran out of real estate. Fort Scott will occupy the first base dugout, their bullpen down the right field line. The home team, Meridian Blues, in the third base dugout. They're wearing the white pants tonight. The camo jerseys are the Blues. Shoots that one into right field, does McMillan. Ranging over there, Samuel Padilla. He'll squeeze it for out number 1. So McMillan flies out to right. Fort Scott tonight wearing the gray pants. They got blue jerseys, kind of a highlighter yellow Dragoons across the chest. The highlighter numeral on the back. And now we welcome to the plate Brandon Ford. Brandon Ford leads this team in batting average. He's hitting .415. 15th start of the season. Diving back in there is Sandry Hernandez. He's reached the limit. That's about as big as the lead as he's going to be able to get. He's got a good stamp and a dive and back in there safely. Brandon Ford with 7 extra base hits on the summer. Fouls that one into the screen, evens the count at 1. 4 doubles, 3 triples. He's driven in 10. He's also collected 11 walks. Among the team lead in that particular category. So Ford has done a good job of getting on the sack and being able to help out the top of this lineup. Hernandez goes. Sandry Hernandez will steal the bag. Runner in scoring position. '11th steal of the season there for Hernandez. Ford awaits the offering there from Willett. He'll check on the runner and deal. That one's going to get past the catcher. Hernandez is going to have to hustle. Goes into third standing up. Wild pitch there as Willett overshot the mark. So Sandry Hernandez 90 feet away. We got a scoreless ball game here in the home half of the first. The 2-2 all the way. That one's too tall. If this is your first time tuning in, if you're not familiar with Skaggs Field, everything on the infield artificial surface, everything in the outfield grass, natural grass. It's 320 down the lines, 385 in dead center. As Brandon Ford fouls that one back. 355 there in right and left center, 370 there in the power alley. So very symmetrical here at Skaggs Field. It's the home of the Meridian Community College Eagles. Great partnership between MCC and the Blues. That one misses outside. Second free pass of the inning. That'll put runners at the corners.
Stepping to the plate for your Blues is the right fielder,
Mickey Callaway, the manager and head coach of the Blues. He's assisted by his third base coach, Greg McBride. The Dragoons, coached by Mike Albin, and he wants to talk it over with his hurler, and that'll give me an opportunity to thank these corporate partners with Meridian Blues: Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railroad, Citizens National Bank, Great Southern Bank, Hilton Garden Inn, and Hampton Inn right here in Meridian. The folks over at Lauderdale County, Magnolia Beverage, Meridian Air National Guard, USAA, and the good people at Visit Meridian. A big tip of the cap to those corporate partners here in the inaugural season with the Meridian Blues. Got a lot of folks continuing to find their way to their seats, grabbing concessions and all the goings on here at the ballpark. And for those that you couldn't make it, we appreciate you tuning in on the YouTube channel. See a lot of folks that are regulars. A lot of regulars on our YouTube channel listening tonight. The Ratai Check folks out in Katy, Texas. We got Miss Kim Evans tuned in as always. Fellow UWA alum, tip of the cap there. Runner goes, throwing down to second base, diving in. Did he get him? Safe at the plate. Is it going to happen in there? Safe at the plate. Sandry Hernandez slips the hand in under the tag, and the Blues take the 1-0 lead. Man, it couldn't have been any closer as Brandon Ford got under the tag at second base. Hernandez took off for the plate, gets the hand across, and the Blues lead it 1-0. Wow, what a play. Ladarius Clark at the plate. That ball's lifted into center field. Drifting back is Gaston. Couple of steps in front of the warning track, tagging at second base and advancing to third will be Brandon Ford. So Clark flies out to center field for out number 2.
And Meridian native Caden Peoples.
Caden Peoples stepping to the plate. 1-0 ball game here in the home half of the first inning. Caden Peoples from right here in Meridian, Mississippi. Played collegially at East Central Community College. Aboard at third base there is Brandon Ford. Inning started off with a walk. Fly out, a walk. Worked in a couple of stolen bases and a wild pitch. And the Blues lead it 1-0. Well, it will deal. That one will find the seats. Jared Willett, 6'1", 215, Concord, New Hampshire native. That one's going to get, that's going to get Peoples right there in the knee, so he'll wear that one. Third free pass of the inning.
Number 11, Hank Eaton.
The Blues have plated 1 run on no hits. And Hank Eaton will come to the plate. Eaton hitting .241. He's got 4 doubles and a home run. He's driven in 12. Willett will deal. Eaton with a swing and a miss there. 16th start of the season for Hank Eaton. Eaton listed 6'2" from Corinth, Mississippi. His first look at the right-hander, Jared Willett. Back over at first base there is Caden Peoples. Peoples, this is his 7th ball game. Got a big lead at first. Hank takes that one inside for ball 1. That'll even the count at 1. Fort Scott does not have a large team that made the trip today. About 15 guys is all they brought. That one is a called strike on the outside corner. Runners at the corners here for the shortstop, Hank Eaton. Willett will deal. Hank fouls out and straight back to the screen. mean, we have got a packed house here at Skaggs Field tonight. A lot of folks enjoying some Blues baseball. Willette sets. Runner goes. Caden Peoples will take second base standing up. The count's even at 2, so 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A hit could score 2. We got great speed on the bases here for the Blues. Hank Eaton at the plate awaits the 2-2 offering. Willette will deal. Eaton takes that one inside. Game number 1 of a 3-game series. We've got the Dragoons in town tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. And then the Blues will have a much-needed day off on Monday. The payoff. Eaton over the leaping second baseman. 1 run will score. The Blues will plate 2 on the 2 RBI single for the shortstop, Hank Eaton. Yes, sir, Blues fans. 3-0 in the home half of the first inning as Eaton drives in a pair. Ryan Ratajczak steps to the plate. Ratajczak playing first base today, giving the old legs a little break. Letting Eli Selby handle the catching duties today. So he takes that one outside corner, called strike. 3 runs on 1 hit here for the Blues. Ratajczak, the 7th man of the inning. Ratajczak swings through that one. 0-2. Ratajczak leads this ball club in RBI. This is his 27th start of the summer. He will go down on strikes for out number 3. 3 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and the Blues, they strand 1. After 1 complete, we got a 3-0 ball game. Blues are in the lead. We'll be right back.
I'm Mayor Percy Bland. People often ask me what momentum looks like. It's more than construction projects, more than new investments, more than new announcements. Momentum is changing lives. It's creating opportunities for families, supporting local businesses, and investing in neighborhoods. That's the city of momentum. That's Meridian, Mississippi.
Folks, don't forget to swing back by around the main concourse. We still got some samples of Sun Cruiser here at the ballpark tonight. So if you're looking to get hydrated, free samples of Sun Cruiser along the main concourse here at the ballpark.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field here with the top of the 2nd inning. Due up for the Dragoons. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Mauser, Padilla, and Burnett. Now, I do need to clarify. The brothers Padilla, Samuel has already hit. His brother Tommy, the second baseman, due up 2nd in the inning. Bodie Mauser stepping in. Maxwell Schumacher out for his 2nd inning of work. That one's lifted into center field. Should be playable for Sandry Hernandez. Just a couple of steps to his right. Mauser retired on the fly out to center field.
Dragoons is the second baseman, number 14, Tommy Padilla.
Tommy Padilla stepping to the plate. Padilla playing second base tonight. Called strike there to Padilla. Tommy from Tucson, Arizona. Plays at Rainy River Community College. Chopped toward the third base dugout. Schumacher, the 0-2. Missed it outside. It's a pretty good spot to miss there for the right-hander. Misses low and away to Tommy Padilla. The 1-2. Boom. Struck him out. Schumacher gets the strikeout, out number 2.
Top of the second inning. Next to play for Fort Scott is the first baseman, 28, Jackson Burnett.
Jackson Burnett steps to the plate. Burnett. Just 9 hits on the season. He's played, this is game number 16. He's hitting $191. 9 hits, includes 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. He's driven in 9, sharply hit to the shortstop. Eaton diving from the backside. Great throw. Oh, my! Eaton with a laser beam in the hole from his back leg. And the Blues sit the Dragoons down in order on a fantastic web gem of a play there by Hank Eaton. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We'll be right back. More Blues baseball.
Mississippi's oldest live music scene rocks. Come to downtown Meridian for national touring acts at 2 landmark theaters. Enjoy family-friendly festivals like the 3-Foot Festival in April and the week-long Jimmy Rogers Festival in May, honoring the Meridian native who invented country music. See up-and-coming talent at the Full Moon on 5th Outdoor Concert Series or jamming in a brew pub. Great food, craft beers, art, and live music. Follow the music to Meridian. It's good vibes for all.
Field here. We get ready to go to the home half of the second inning. Jared Willett back out for his second inning of work. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Blues. Eli Selby will get the party started here in the home half of the second inning. The Dragoons from Fort Scott, Kansas. 635 miles. That's like 10.5 hours. No stops. So that's a 12-hour deal with the stops and whatnot. I was talking with some of the guys, and they goes, yeah, we left this morning. It was like 3 a.m. Long day on the road trying to get to Meridian. Trailing here are the Dragoons. 3-0. I was not exactly sure what a Dragoon was. Looked it up via the wonderful computer that I walk around with in my pocket. It said it's a historical class of mounted infantry soldier. They rode horses, had like crazy cool swords and stuff. So
Next to the plate is
Eli Selby gets hit by the pitch.
55, Jace Christian.
Second hit by pitch of the night there for Willette. Jace Christian stepping to the plate. Christian hitting in the 9 spot tonight. Jace hitting 264 on the season. Leads the team with 7 doubles. He's driven in 13. Head the count here. 1-0. Aboard at first, Eli Selby. That one's hit softly to the shortstop. Rodriguez over to Padilla. Wanted to turn 2, not in time. So Christian aboard via the fielder's choice. Selby erased 6-4. 1 out in the inning. Back to the top of the stack. Back to the top of the stack. It'll be Sandry Hernandez. Hernandez behind in the count here. 0-1. Runner goes. That'll be fouled off.
Everybody clap your hands.
Hernandez trying to find his way aboard here. 0-2. The count. Diving back in is Jace Christian. Again, diving back in. Willette, the offering fouled off there by Sandry Hernandez. Hernandez trying to find his way aboard. That one's too tall. Walk, stole a base. Scored a run back in inning number 1. Stepping off there is Willette. Hernandez drives that one into center field. Drifting back there is Gaston. So Hernandez flies out to center field. That's out number 2.
Here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, next to the plate for your Blues is the 3rd baseman, number 23, Mason McMillan.
Mason McMillan steps to the plate. McMillan flew out to right field in his first plate appearance. Willette peeking at the runner at first base. He'll deal. Too far inside. Chop to the shortstop. Rodriguez skips it across. Is it in time? He got it. Rodriguez skips it off the turf, gets Mason McMillan to ground out, so no runs on no hits. There were no errors. And the Blues, they strand one. After two complete, 3-0 your score. We'll be right back. More Blues baseball.
Our railroad moves North America,
expanding our legacy of excellence with each mile.
as leaders in innovation and service.
We are united by hard work and pride.
We safely deliver every day,
Connecting people,
connecting communities.
connecting nations. We are CPKC.
Together, we go places no one else can go.
Once again, a big time thanks to our friends at CPKC for helping us with the T-Rex races tonight. Leading off the top of the
Welcome back to Skaggs Field. We head to the top of the third inning.
Mateo Rodriguez and fans, this
8-9-1 due up.
if you're Meridian Blues,
It'll be Rodriguez, Hernandez, and Gaston.
Yangling for the next inning. So get behind your
Maxwell Schumacher
Yangling, spread your wings.
out for his third inning of work. Through 2 innings, no runs, just the 1 hit. The big show with 1 strikeout tonight. That one's lifted into right field. Going back there is Ladarius Clark. 1 pitch, 1 out. As Mateo Rodriguez flies out to right.
Next to play for Fort Scott is the designated hitter, number 30, Ulysses Hernandez.
Ulysses Hernandez steps to the plate. Now, this is one of the guys I had a chance to talk with before the game. And I tell you, Hernandez, a great guy, a ton of personality. And I can only imagine he is among those guys in the clubhouse that guys like to be around. Doing the DHing tonight, hitting from the left side of the plate there. That one misses outside. The 2-1 fouled over the third base dugout. The 2-2 on the way. Sharply hit there through the left side. Diving Eaton will keep it on the infield, but it'll be a base knock there for Ulysses Hernandez.
Back to the top of the order for Fort Scott, batting is the center fielder, 21, Julian Gaston.
Julian Gaston at the plate. So back to the top of the stack here for the Dragoons. Hernandez got aboard via the base knock. Gaston, the left-handed hitting center fielder. Shows bunt, wants to bunt his way aboard. Schumacher's going to let that one go foul. 0-1, the count. A heads-up play there by Maxwell Schumacher. And Eli Selby, the Blues backstop. No runs on 2 hits for Fort Scott. 3 runs on 1 hit for the Blues. Fort Scott, Kansas, basically due south of Kansas City, in between what looks like Joplin, Missouri, and Kansas City. It's a haul from Meridian, Mississippi, that's for sure. 635 miles. The 0-2. This is outside. Maxwell Schumacher. He'll set there at the belt. The 1-2. Hit to Eaton. Flips to second base. That's an error by Eaton. Trying to be a little too fancy right there as Eaton wanted the double play, tried the glove flip to Jace Christian, and Gaston will be aboard.
Next to play for the Dragoons is the left fielder, Zion Lewis.
Safe at second base there on the E6. Gaston aboard there on the fielder's choice. Schumacher to the plate. Bunting there. It's a good bunt there by McMillan. He's going to have to get rid of it. Is that in time? Bang! Got him. That's a dandy of a play. McMillan shoots down Zion Lewis. He gets the sack. 5-3 for out number 2. 2 runners in scoring position, as Samuel Padilla will step to the plate. Padilla doubled down the right field line back in inning number 1. He's got 2 runners in scoring position here. Schumacher to the plate. That's in there, called strike. Schumacher working around an error on the infield. He gets a sign there from Selby. Inside corner, called strike. A nice pitch there from the big right-hander. Gaston at second base. Hernandez with a walking lead there at third. Schumacher takes a deep breath. He'll deal. Chopped foul down the third base line. Count remains 0-2. The 0-2 from Schumacher. Boom! Struck him out. The Big Show with a punch out. Second strikeout of the afternoon as Padilla goes down on strikes. No runs on one hit. There was an error. And the Dragoons, they strand a pair. We'll be right back. More Blues baseball.
Are you traveling to Meridian soon? Discover 2 exceptional Hilton hotels in one convenient location. Whether you're here visiting for business, sports, family travel, or a weekend getaway, you'll find the comfort and amenities you're looking for. Enjoy spacious guest rooms, fitness centers, indoor and outdoor pools, complimentary hot breakfast at Hampton Inn, and an on-site restaurant and bar at Hilton Garden Inn. Hilton Garden Inn and Hampton Inn Meridian, ready when you arrive.
Congratulations from Raising Canes. Appreciate them being here with us in the ballpark tonight. And it looks like Mojo's got a bonus. Mojo's got a bonus. We've got some box combos that Mojo's got his hands on. And I believe we're going to go over to this section over here for a giveaway, maybe. Maybe. Mojo. Oh. I think Mojo is headed your way over on this side. Yep, here he comes. Make some noise for a box combo for Canes.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field. We head to the home half of the third. Back out for his third inning of work, Jared Willett. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Blues. It'll be Ford, Clark, and Peoples. I was scanning through this roster for the Dragoons, and I do a lot of traveling with the University of West Alabama, and I came across a name that was familiar, and I couldn't think of why. But they've got a pitcher listed from Fort Scott, Kansas, a local guy there, Drake LaRoche. Pitched at Valdosta State. I was like, I have seen that name. He has pitched against our Tigers, and wondering if we will see him during this series. You one. That one misses low. Yeah, I saw Drake pitched against West Alabama a couple of seasons ago, if memory serves. So it's cool that different places that these guys come from, and he's a local product there at Fort Scott. But our paths have crossed in a way different way than the Blues and the Dragoons. So that's a neat thing. Willett eyes the mark here. He'll deal the 2-1 off the plate there as Brandon Ford. He's got himself in a favorable 3-1 count. He walked, stole a base, and scored a run back at inning number 1. The 3-1. Ripped up the middle. Diving there's the shortstop, Rodriguez. He can't come up with it. So a base knock there for Ford to start it off in the home half of the third.
All right, Blues fans, next to the plate.
Ladarius Clark.
Number 1, Ladarius Clark.
Will make his way to the plate. Clark flew out to center field back in inning number 1. Steps in with nobody out in the base. Number 1 occupied. That one is going to get past the catcher there, Bodie Mauser. That's 2 up in the zone that Mauser has not been able to reel in. Runner in scoring position here for the Meridian Blues. Ladarius Clark at the plate. The 1-0. Clark swings through that one. Clark hitting .323 on the season. Well, Darius from right here in Meridian, Mississippi. Swings over that one. A ball and 2 strikes. Clark played JUCO ball here in Mississippi, went on to play Division II baseball at West Florida, and then was drafted in the 2015 draft by the Rangers. The 1-2. That one's too low. That'll even account at 2. Home half of the third, we got a 3-0 ball game. No runs on 2 hits for the Dragoons. 3 runs on 2 hits for the Blues. Willett to the plate. That ball's ripped into left center field. Going back to the warning track there is Lewis. That's going to get into the track, extra bases. The Blues are going to score a run. A stand-up RBI double by Ladarius Clark. Plates another run for the Meridian Blues, and they lead it 4-0.
Is number 20, Caden Peoples.
Caden Peoples stepping to the plate. Got hit by a pitch, stole a base. Scored a run back in the first, part of a 3-run first inning. It looks like Willett wants to talk it over with Mauser. And I think this is a discussion. They've got a base runner on second base, how they're going to tackle things with a runner on second base. It was a very quick discussion, so they are on the same page now.
Purchase those tennis balls here at the ballpark.
First pitch to Peoples. Misses outside. Our umpiring crew tonight, Jared Cox behind the plate, Troy Harper over at first base, and Jay Johnston down at third base. Jared Willett on the mound for Fort Scott. That one's too tall. Again, we appreciate you tuning in to the Meridian Blues baseball channel. You can let us know where you're listening from. Shoot us a message in Instagram. You can shoot it to me at Coach_Atkinson, ATKINSON. Again, Coach_Atkinson, ATKINSON on the Instagram. Get a little shout out. Blues fans and Dragoon fans alike. The 2-1. Nice pitch there by the right-hander, Willett. Caden Peoples with a 2-2 count. Nobody out. Runner aboard at second base. That's Ladarius Clark. Game number 1 of the 3-game series between these two ball clubs. Just the 3rd time that they've seen each other this year. Fort Scott won the first 2 games. Meridian ahead here in the home half of the 3rd by a score of 4-0. Too far inside. A growing crowd here at Skaggs Field. They had made the announcement earlier in the afternoon that all of the reserve seating had sold out. That one's lifted into center field. Gaston goes over. He'll get that one in. Clark not able to advance. So Peoples will fly out to center field for out number 1.
Shortstop, number 11, Hank Eaton.
Yeah, all the reserve seating sold out tonight. General admissions was filling up fast. Folks out on the hill, I mean, it's a lot of people here enjoying baseball on July 3rd. Fireworks show afterwards, so it should be a good night. Hank Eaton, the shortstop, he takes that one outside for ball one. Eaton singled and drove in 2 runs back in the first inning. Willett takes a peek at second base. Eaton will take that on the outside corner for a called strike. The 1-1 skips in there, blocked up by Mauser. Mauser from Glen Rose, Texas. The 2-1, Eaton, a liner to the second baseman. Tommy Padilla catches the sinking line drive. Eaton retired there. 2 outs in the inning.
Number 28, Ryan Ratajczyk.
Ryan Ratajczyk at the plate. Ratajczyk struck out back to end inning number 1. Has been an RBI machine over the last week. Looking for his first hit of the night. The 1-0 skips that one in there. That one barely made it to the dirt there. I'm going to have to say it is turf. I get it. It's where the dirt's supposed to be. About 4 feet in front of the plate there is. Bodie Mauser did a good job of keeping it in front. Anytime it hits that far in front of the plate, very difficult for the catcher to get a read on where it's going to go, as that one misses tall. Ratajczyk way ahead in the count here. 3-0 the count. Willett will set at the belt. He'll deal. Ratajczyk takes the 4-pitch walk. 6th batter of the inning coming up.
Blues fans have a pinch hitter at the plate for your Meridian Blues. It'll be number 9, Dylan Booth.
A pinch hitter here. Dylan Booth coming in, bottom of the 4th inning, to pinch hit. I don't know if that's going to mean that Ratajczyk's going to end up going behind the plate or what may happen, but Booth hitting in the spot for Selby. Dylan Booth, fairly new to the Blues team from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. That one misses inside, evens the count at 1. Booth searching for his first hit as a Meridian Blues. Misses outside. Just 8 at-bats on the summer. He's just been here for a handful of games, just his 4th game played. Toward the first base coach's box and foul. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jared Willett leans in and gets the sign. He'll deal the 2-2. Booth will go down on strikes. And that'll do it for the Blues in the third. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors. They strand a pair. We'll be right back. More Blues baseball.
At East Mississippi Oral and Facial Surgery, Meridian native Dr. Asif Lala is renowned at managing a wide array of problems relating to the mouth, teeth, and facial regions, including but not limited to wisdom teeth extraction, dental implants, sleep apnea, jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and Botox cosmetic. Using the most recent advances in dental technology, let Dr. Lala restore your mouth back to its original function so you can finally smile with confidence.
Yeah, come on, buddy. You know what's next. We gotta go do some cardio with Mojo. Ready? Honey, let's go. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe and breathe. And get those knees up, you box. Up and up.
I want to thank our title sponsor of your pre-4th of July ball game here tonight, Oscar Rush Health. Of course, stay after the ball game for the big fireworks display. Brought to you by Oscar Rush Health. Defensive changes for your Blues. Staying in the ball game to play first base will be number 9, Dylan Booth, and moving to the catching position will be number 28, Ryan Ratajczak. Leading off the top of the 4th inning for Fort Scott will be the third baseman, 24, Cedric Holnitz.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Back out on the mound for the Blues, Maxwell Schumacher. Some defensive changes for the Blues over at first base. The pinch hitter, Dylan Booth, he'll take over at first base, and Ryan Ratajczak will come in behind the dish. Called strike there. Cedric Polnitz, the 4-hole hitter here for the Dragoons. The 0-1. Misses outside. The 1-1. Too far outside. Maxwell Schumacher with a nod there. The 2-1. Gets the swing and a miss. Two-two the count. Polnitz, the right-handed hitting third baseman. Schumacher from the windup. Skips that one in there. Schumacher with a full count. A little nod. The payoff. Struck him out. Polnitz will go down on strikes.
Next to the plate for the Dragons.
4th strikeout of the game for the Big Show. Bodie Mauser stepping to the plate. That one misses outside. Through 3 1/3, Schumacher, no runs on just the one hit. He's got 3 Ks. Gets the swing and a miss there, evens the count at 1. That one misses inside there from Schumacher. The 2-1 gets the swing and a miss. The big right-hander, he'll wind and deal. The 2-2, boom, struck him out off speed. Back-to-back strikeouts in the inning. 3rd straight strikeouts going back to the top of the 3rd. 4th strikeout of the afternoon here for Schumacher. Stepping to the plate, Tommy Padilla. He fell victim to the K in the 2nd inning. Max will deal. Inside corner called strike. The really cool thing about Schumacher in the time that I've seen him over the years is he always seems to be a guy that he doesn't necessarily, he's not going out there trying to get the swing and a miss. He does get his fair share. He pitches to contact. He lets the defense work, and he really has a way to, go deep in ball games, as he pitched 7 innings in his first outing about 6 days ago. Into the 4th inning here. The 1-2, well off the plate. Schumacher in the mid to upper 80s with his fastball, and he spots it up pretty good. The 2-2. I think that was off of maybe the elbow guard there of Padilla. I mean, right after I talk about spotting it up pretty good, all of a sudden Schumacher puts it onto the elbow guard there. Free pass there for Padilla. Jackson Burnett steps to the plate. Burnett 6'2", from Poway, California. Still walking it off down at first base is Tommy Padilla. That may not have gotten that may not have gotten all of that elbow guard. There could have been some forearm in that one as well, and it wasn't a glancing blow. I'm having to sit behind a glass window here. The window doesn't open here at Skaggs Field, and I've got the headset on, and it sounded like the crack of the bat when it hit him, as he's still kind of wringing his hand out over at first base. Stepping in, Jackson Burnett. Outside corner called strike. Right at the midway part of the summer for these teams. 19-12 overall for Fort Scott. 16-15 for the Blues. Burnett with a 1-1 count here. Right-handed hitting first baseman. That was off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on the way. That's in there for a called strike. Schumacher helped the pitching staff for West Alabama during the 25 season. Secure Gulf South Conference Tournament Championship. Their first tournament title at that point in 10 years. A trip to the NCAA Division II Regionals. Pitched this year at University of Tennessee at Martin after earning his degree at UWA. The runner goes. Strike him out. Burnett goes down on strikes. Schumacher strikes out to side. And the Dragoons, they strand one. We head to the home half of the fourth. Blues lead it. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Meridian.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning.
Home half of the fourth inning.
Your second baseman, number 25,
Jared Willett.
Christian.
Back out for his fourth inning of work. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Blues. Christian, Hernandez, and McMillan. Willett will deal. A comebacker there. Willett gets it. Runs it over. A little underhand flip. One pitch. One out. Jace Christian retired there on the comebacker to the pitcher.
Number 13, Sandry Hernandez.
Back to the top of the stack there for the Blues. Sandry Hernandez at the plate. Takes that one low for ball one. Hernandez 0 for 1 with a walk. He scored a run back in the first inning. Willett will deal. Skips that one in there. Young folks at the ballpark tonight up and down that little grassy hill there in behind the first base dugout. The amount of steps and miles that they have logged up and down that hill, rolling down the hill at times, I don't think they'll have any trouble closing their eyes tonight. Hernandez way ahead in the count here, trying to find his way aboard Willett. He'll wind to deal the 3-0. 4-pitch walk there as Hernandez is aboard for the second time via the free pass.
Next to the plate for your Blues is the third baseman, number 23, Mason McMillan.
Games going on tonight. Piney Woods is at the Oil Barons. The Oil Barons leading that one 1-0. And Nacogdoches there at Bryan, the Yard Dogs, top of the 7th. That's a 4-4 ball game. It's a good ball game going on there in Bryan, Texas. Got a good ball game here tonight. Mason McMillan. That's a called strike. I would be interested, was that on the swing or the pitch? Either way, called strike there by home plate umpire Jared Cox. Lifted on the right side. Drifting back is the second baseman, Tommy Padilla. Coming in as the right fielder. Almost a disaster there as Padilla backpedaling catches it for out number 2. So McMillan pops up to the second baseman in shallow right. Brandon Ford steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored. Willette will deal. Called strike on the outside corner. Brandon Ford hitting in the 3 spot tonight. Ford doing the DHing. He's played a lot of second base throughout the summer. Doing the DHing tonight. As that one skips in there, that gets away from the catcher, and a great read by Sandry Hernandez. The pass ball there as Hernandez advances to second base. Hernandez has been, I mean, I've enjoyed watching everyone play, but Hernandez says, I like the way he goes about things. Called strike there on the outside corner. Hernandez from Cuba. Signed in 2019 with the Rockies. Playing center field tonight for the Blues. One of the leading hitters on this team at the top of the lineup. Ford awaits the offering here. That one off the catcher, advancing again on the ball in the dirt. Safe there. On the ball that gets away. Wild pitch there moves Hernandez to third base. Hernandez just 90 feet away from run number 5. 4 runs on just 3 hits for the Blues tonight. Jared Willette will set at the belt. The 2-2. Fouled off. Count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brandon Ford from Detroit, Michigan. Listed 6'2". Willette will lean in. He gets a sign there from Mauser. The 2-2. Again flared over the first base dugout. Count remains 2-2. Home half of the 4th inning. We got a 4-0 ball game. Blues in the lead. Rip to the shortstop, backhanding it there is Rodriguez. A long throw across the diamond. Did he get it? Boom. Got him. Nice play there by Mateo Rodriguez. Deep in the hole, he throws out Ford. 6-3 for the folks scoring at home. No runs, no hits. There were no errors. And the Blues, they strand one. After 4 complete, 4-0 Blues. We'll be right back.
Sometimes it's just you and the work ahead. But in Meridian, new faces never stay alone for long. Here, community steps in beside you.
Welcome to Meridian.
Meridian Mutual, built by community and proud to sponsor the Meridian Blues.
All mixed up. So enjoy a dramatic reenactment of July 4th, 1776, featuring pool noodles. Mojo, the British are coming!
Welcome back to Skaggs Field. We got the top of the 5th inning. Leading it off here will be Mateo Rodriguez, the shortstop. So 8, 9, and 1. Due up for the Dragoons. Maxwell Schumacher out for his 5th inning of work. Schumacher's giving up just 2 hits. Misses that one outside. Five strikeouts on the night there for Schumacher. He's behind in the count here, 2-1 to Mateo Rodriguez. I had an opportunity to briefly speak with Mateo. Stillwater, Minnesota native. He was helping me with some of the names that we were missing on the roster. He agreed that it was a very long trip beginning in the wee hours of the morning this morning. The 3-1 from Schumacher. Chopped toward the first base dugout. That'll run the count full. Great night for baseball here in Meridian, Mississippi. As Schumacher, he'll wind and deal. The payoff. Hit him. Schumacher with the 2nd hit by pitch of the night. And that one right on the forearm there of Rodriguez.
Hitter number 30, Ulysses Hernandez.
Ulysses Hernandez steps to the plate. Singleton was stranded at 3rd base. Back in inning number 2. Hernandez doing the DHing, wearing number 30. Swing and a miss there for Hernandez. Schumacher sets at the belt, throws over to first. That's a pretty good move there for the right-hander. Plus move for the big right-hander there. Diving back in safely was Rodriguez. Hernandez awaits the 1-1. Swing and a miss there. A ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 5th inning. Nobody out and a runner aboard for the Dragoons. Schumacher to the plate. Fouled off there by Hernandez. Again, throwing over to first. Schumacher gets a sign. He'll deal. Time called and granted there. Schumacher in the middle of the delivery there. Hernandez called time and granted by Jared Cox, the home plate umpire. Runner goes. Strong throw by Ratajczyk. Did he get him? Boom! Got him! Ratajek with the caught stealing. Ratajek continues to be an equalizer as a defensive wizard here for the Blues, as Rodriguez is cut down, caught stealing for the first out of the inning. A strike him out, throw him out there. We'll bring it back to the top of the stack. Hernandez goes down on strikes. Rodriguez caught stealing, and back to the top of the stack, Julian Gaston. Got a great message from some Dragoons fans tuning in from Tucson, Arizona. Tip of the cap to Louie, Christine, and little Lou, cheering on Sammy and Tommy Padilla. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in. Tip of the cap to the Padilla clan out in Tucson, Arizona, as Julian Gaston awaits the 2-2. Rip through the right side. Gaston aboard with a 2-out base knock.
Next to the plate hitting for Fort Scott.
That'll bring to the plate Zion Lewis. Yeah, we hate the Padilla clan couldn't make it out to Meridian tonight. We're glad you're able to tune in on the Meridian Blues channel. We look forward to having you all series long. Schumacher sat at the belt. Throw it over to first. That's a good move again by Schumacher. That one will miss low. Game number one of this 3-game series. The Blues lead it 4-0. A big lead at first base. Runner goes. Ratajek with a good transfer. Did he get it? Boom! Got him! Back-to-back caught stealing for the equalizer. Ratajek with a rocket ship on his right arm. 2 caught stealing in the inning. And that'll do it for the threat for the Dragoons in the top of the 5th inning. We'll be right back. More Blues baseball.
I'm Mayor Percy Bland. People often ask me what momentum looks like. It's more than construction projects, more than new investments, more than new announcements. Momentum is changing lives. It's creating opportunities for families, supporting local businesses, and investing in neighborhoods. That's the city of momentum. That's Meridian, Mississippi.
Folks, one more reminder, final call for tennis ball sales. We'll have the tennis ball throw coming up at the beginning of the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off the inning for your Blues is the right fielder, number 1, Ladarius Clark.
Home half of the 5th inning here at Skaggs Field. We'll see 4, 5, and 6. At the plate for the Blues, it'll be Clark, Peoples, and Eaton. Ladarius Clark doubled and drove in a run. Check swing foul there. No runs on 3 hits for Fort Scott. 4 runs on 3 hits for the Blues. 3-run first inning. Scoreless in inning number 2, and the Blues plated 1 in the 3rd. Working here in the home 5th. Blues with a little momentum. Top half of the inning, Ryan Vitajcek, 2 caught stealing. See if that momentum can take hold here for the Blues offense. Right in the heart of the order, Clark, Peoples, and Eaton. Jared Willett gets the sign, and he'll wind and deal. The 1-2. Clark will go down and look at a nice pitch there by the right-hander.
Next to play for your
first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 20, Caden Peoples.
3rd strikeout of the night there for Willett. And that'll bring to the plate Caden Peoples. He's 0 for 1 with a hit by a pitch, a stolen base, and a run scored. That one's too tall. I mean, each of these starters have allowed just the 3 hits. The Blues have capitalized on some free passes. The Blues collected in inning number 1, 2 walks and a hit by pitch, all scoring. Caden Peoples awaits the 1-1 offering. Hank Eaton on deck. The 2-1. That'll get past the catcher there, Bodie Mauser. I'm getting word that, I mentioned Drake LaRoche having pitched at Valdosta State, having called a ball game that he played against us, and it looks like Mike Albin is going to go talk it over with his hurler, but I can finish that thought as Drake looks to be scheduled to pitch tomorrow night. So we'll likely see Drake LaRoche tomorrow night. It will not be my first look. He's a very solid pitcher and has had an outstanding career from right there in Fort Scott. So I think it's got to be really cool, to have like the local guys on the team. I mean, we have some local guys here in Meridian, and there's a lot of buzz when the local guys are involved and they're in the lineup and that type of thing. So I appreciate the info on that potential start tomorrow for LaRoche. And again, we appreciate everybody tuning in to the Meridian Blues baseball channel here. We've been bringing Blues baseball all summer long for the home games. It's been an absolute blast getting to know those guys on the Blues, but also getting the interaction with some of the guys coming in from other parts of the league when we have opportunities to visit. And I probably had more time to visit this afternoon with some of the Dragoons just very briefly than I do normally. But very, very cool to get to hear some of those stories and where folks are from and the like. So the meeting at the mound is over. Caden Peoples stepping back in. 3-1 the counts. Action down in the Fort Scott bullpen. A right-hander warming up. Rip that one down the third base line, and sliding and making the play is Cedric Polnitz. What a play there by the Dragoons third baseman, as Polnitz going toward the line catches the liner for out number 2, as Peoples robbed of potentially an extra base hit, and that'll bring to the plate Hank Eaton. Looks like number 16. I think that's Nolan Mahan warming up down in the pen for the Dragoons. The 1-0 offering. That one's too far inside. Hit up the middle, ranging over there is Rodriguez. He'll throw on the run. Is it in time? Eaton getting down the line pretty good. A base hit for the Blues shortstop, Hank Eaton. So a 2-out knock there. Second hit of the night for Eaton. And that'll welcome to the plate Ryan Ratajczak. Ratajczak tonight 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Started the night at first base. Moved behind the plate there in the top of the 4th inning. 2 out and a runner aboard. That one misses low and outside. The 1-0 offering. College baseball and softball has taken me all over the country, and in really random fashion, just prior to me taking the coaching job at the University of West Alabama almost 20 years ago, I was actually offered a job in Fort Scott at the community college, throwing in behind the runner at first base, not in time. And had a nice visit there with the folks at Fort Scott, and just decided that University of West Alabama was a little closer to home and a little bit better fit. And I could say that West Alabama has been awesome for me. Almost 20 years there, 10 in athletics. I've been broadcasting for them for about 12. And there's a hidden gem there in Alabama. The 3-1. Ratajczak gets his second free pass of the night.
Hitting for your Blues is the first baseman, number 9, Dylan Booth.
Dylan Booth steps up. Booth came in the bottom half of the 4th. No, it's at the bottom half of the 3rd inning. In the spot for Eli Selby. Oh for 1 tonight is Booth. 2 out and a runner aboard. Outside corner called strike. So Booth in a bind here. 0-2. Jared Willett leans in, gets the sign. You can see a little nod there to his catcher, Bodie Mauser. He'll step off and they'll try it again. Baseball game tonight, a little miniature concert followed by a fireworks show. It should be a great night. The 0-2. Too far inside. That one goes over the head of Willette. The throwback from Bodie Mauser just sailed on him a bit. Runner's not able to advance. Willette finally gets the one he wants. Outside, off the mitt there of Mauser. Booth trying to find his way aboard for the first time tonight. Came in for Eli Selby. Selby was hit by a pitch, and I don't know if that had anything to do with his exit tonight. Zawin's too tall. Well, that will set there right at the belt. The payoff. Walked him. Ball 4. That'll load the bases.
All right, Blues fans, next to the plate is your second baseman, number 25, Jace Christian.
Jace Christian will step to the plate. Jace leads this team in doubles. He's got 7 doubles on the season. Came in hitting .264. 13 driven in. One swing of the bat here could play 2 more. Walking lead at third base is Hank Eaton. Brian Ratajczak at second base. Dylan Booth over at first. Jace takes that one tall. Two quick outs in the inning and then a walk. A single and 2 walks. Called strike there on the outside corner to Jace Christian. Jace from Grapevine, Texas. Played this year at the University of St. Thomas right there in Houston. The 2-1. Too tall. 3-1 to count. Jared Willette seems to be running out of steam here. I know he wants to get out of the 5th. He nods. The 3-1. Walked him. That'll walk in a run, and that's going to prompt Coach Mike Alba to make a trip to the mound. $5-0 your score here as Willette walks in a run. The Dragoons are going to go to the bullpen. I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you the pitch and change. We'll be right back.
Mississippi's oldest live music scene rocks. Come to downtown Meridian for national touring acts at 2 landmark theaters. Enjoy family-friendly festivals like the 3-Foot Festival in April and the week-long Jimmy Rogers Festival in May, honoring the Meridian native who invented country music. See up-and-coming talent at the Full Moon on 5th Outdoor Concert Series or jamming in a brew pub. Great food, craft beers, art, and live music. Follow the music to Meridian. It's good vibes for all.
Next to the plate for your Blues is the center fielder, number 13, Sandry Hernandez.
The Dragoons will go to the bullpen. They'll go with a right-hander, Nolan Mahan. He'll be back to the top of the stack, Sandry Hernandez. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Blues lead it by a score of 5-0 here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 7th batter of the inning for the Blues. That one misses. Hernandez awaits the 1-1. Well off the plate there. So 2-1 to count. The 2-1. Too tall. So Sandry Hernandez way ahead in the count here. 3-1 the count here as Mahan deals. Shot into center field. 1 run's going to score. The Blues, they want to try to score a pair going into third base. Is he going to be safe at the third? Safe at third base. The Blues plate 2. And sliding in safe at third is Jayce Christian. On the 2 RBI. Single to center field by Sandry Hernandez.
McMillan.
Jayce Christian avoiding the tag at third base. 2 runs score in the inning. 3rd run in the inning, 2 on that particular drive by Hernandez. Mason McMillan at the plate. That will close out the line on the starter, Jared Willett. The 0-1. Willett went 4 2/3. Gave up 7 runs on 4 hits. He walked 7, hit 2, and struck out 3. Mahan at the plate. Misses there, goes 2-1. Mason McMillan 0 for 3. Flew out to right, ground ball to third base, and a pop up to the second baseman as that one's a comeback right off the leg of Mahan. Jayce Christian will score. That's a base hit, RBI single for McMillan, an absolute screamer. The athletic trainer is going to come out there and check on Nolan. 8 runs against Jared Willett. Head coach Mike Albin and the athletic trainer here in Meridian checking on Mahan as he takes the comebacker off the leg. Mahan kind of walking it off there. Got him on the right leg. A run scores. Due up here is Brandon Ford. Ford will be the 9th batter of the inning. Mahan will take a couple of warm-up pitches there. Make sure everything's A-okay, as he should. Brandon Ford pacing there.
Blues is number 12, Brandon Ford.
Ford 1 for 2 tonight. He scored a pair of runs. Steps in with runners at first and second base. He's the 9th batter of the inning. Four runs plated here in the inning. Too tall. Fireworks show here after the conclusion of the ball game in celebration of our nation's 250th birthday. One count here to Brandon Ford. Ford, the right-handed hitting DH. Ripped down the third base line and just foul. That one will go down near the Blues bullpen. That was scalded. A ball and 2 strikes to Brandon Ford. Home half of the 5th inning. Blues lead at 8-0. That one skips in there. Mauser had to backhand that one. That'll run the count full. The base runners, they'll have a head start. They'll be off to the races. Left-hander warming down in the Dragoons bullpen. Mahan will deal. Well off the plate. Walked him. That'll load the bases.
Next to the plate for your Blues is the right fielder, number 1, Ladarius Clark.
Ladarius Clark started this inning off with a strikeout. All of everything that has happened here has happened with 2 outs. 2 quick outs in the inning. It was a strikeout and a line out. Then single, walk, 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 single, single, walk. So Clark with his second at-bat of the inning. Misses outside, does Mahan. Sandri Hernandez steals home. The Dragoons wanted to talk about it, and a heads-up base running there by Hernandez. He stole home. As that one's ripped into right center field by Ladarius Clark, it's going to be extra bases for Clark. One run's going to score. The Blues want to score 2. Yes, sir, Blues fans. 2 RBI double for Ladarius Clark. And the Blues tack on some insurance runs here in the home 5th.
Next to the plate for your Blues is number 20, Caden Peoples.
Clark ripped it into right center. He drove in 2 runs. And that will bring to the plate Caden Peoples. Peoples lined out earlier in the inning. He hit a screamer to the third baseman, Cedric Polnitz. Out in front there was Peoples. Clark's second double of the night. He's driven in 3. It looks like Bodie Mauser wants to talk it over. Still throwing in the pen there is Coach Alvin. He's wanting that to speed up a little bit. Signaling to the bullpen, but did not get the return as the left-hander continues to warm there for the Dragoons. Mahan will deal. Ripped past the shortstop. That's going to be another RBI. Caden Peoples. RBI double there.
Next to play for your Blues is the shortstop, number 11, Hank Eaton.
The Blues have found a hot streak here, as Clark was able to score from second base. And that will prompt a mound visit and a visit to the bullpen there for the Dragoons. We'll take a break. We'll let you know the change when we get back.
Our railroad moves North America,
expanding our legacy of excellence with each mile.
as leaders in innovation and service.
We are united by hard work and pride.
We safely deliver every day,
Connecting people,
connecting communities.
connecting nations. We are CPKC.
Together, we go places no one else can go.
New pitcher on the mound for the Dragoons will be number 30, Ulysses Hernandez.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field. The Dragoons, they're going to go to the bullpen. They're going to call on the services of the left-hander, the DH, Ulysses Hernandez, stepping to the mound. Had the opportunity to briefly have a small exchange with Hernandez before the game. Great personality. I said it earlier in the broadcast. He's got to be one of the guys in the clubhouse that people just really enjoy being around. Wearing number 30 tonight.
Once again, batting for your Blues, shortstop.
5 runs have plated here. I will have to correct that. I've got to catch up on my score sheet there. Eight runs here in the inning. 12-0 your score here is Hank Eaton steps to the plate. He singled and scored earlier in the inning. Ulysses Hernandez, the lefty, will deal. Breaking ball called strike there. At second base, Caden Peoples. That run belongs to Nolan Mahan. That base runner, I should say. Hernandez to the plate. The breaking ball misses there. Eaton with a couple of knocks tonight already. That one's hammered down toward the Blues bullpen. Eaton on the night. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He's driven in a pair. Sandwiched in a line drive to the second baseman back in inning number 3. Singled and scored earlier in the inning. Eight runs played here in the inning. 5 hits in the inning as well. The Blues have also collected 4 walks. The 1-2. That one got away from Hernandez. Diving there was Bodie Mauser. Going to third base there on the wild pitch will be Caden Peoples. Hernandez sets at the belt. Eaton lifts that one into right center field. Going back is Padilla in right field. He'll catch that about 3 steps in front of the warning track. So Hank Eaton gives it a ride. Samuel Padilla tracks it down in right field for the 3rd out of the inning. After 5 complete, the Blues lead it 12-0. We'll be right back. More Blues baseball.
Are you traveling to Meridian soon? Discover 2 exceptional Hilton hotels in 1 convenient location. Whether you're here visiting for business, sports, family travel, or a weekend getaway, you'll find the comfort and amenities you're looking for. Enjoy spacious guest rooms, fitness centers, indoor and outdoor pools, complimentary hot breakfast at Hampton Inn, and an on-site restaurant and bar at Hilton Garden Inn. Hilton Garden Inn and Hampton Inn Meridian. Ready when you arrive.
Leading off for the Dragoons in the inning is left fielder Zion Lewis.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field. Maxwell Schumacher back out for his 6th inning of work. Two, 3, and 4 due up for the Dragoons. Lewis, Padilla, and Polnitz. It looks like we've got some defensive changes for the Blues. I believe in left field now is Chris Brock. Number 15 looks like Ryan Brunette's out in right field. Try to make sure that we get those squared away. Schumacher deals the 1-2 and gets the strikeout.
Next to the plate for the Dragoons is the right fielder, 15, Samuel Padilla.
Stepping to the plate will be Samuel Padilla, the right fielder. Be his third look at Schumacher. Hit to the shortstop, the backhand, jumping throw across the diamond, not in time, a base knock there. As Padilla is aboard with the infield base hit. That'll bring to the plate Cedric Polnitz.
Next to plate for the Dragoons is the third baseman, Cedric Polnitz.
Polnitz on the evening 0 for 2. He grounded out to the third baseman. Struck out in his last plate appearance. Steps in with one out and a runner aboard. Polnitz from Nashville, Tennessee. Popped up on the right side. Should be playable there for Jace Christian. He'll squeeze it for out number 2. So Polnitz retired on the pop up to the second baseman. That'll welcome to the plate the Dragoons backstop, Bodie Mauser.
The catcher, 18, Bodie Mauser. And just a reminder, fans, as soon as the third out is recorded, we will have our tennis ball toss. If you purchased a tennis ball, go ahead and make your way over toward the first base dugout area to get lined up right now.
Bodie Mauser at the plate. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Chops that one to the shortstop. Eaton's got to get rid of it. Did he get him? Bang! Got him. Nice play by Hank Eaton. That'll do it for Fort Scott in the 6th. No runs on one hit. There was no errors. The Dragoons a strand one. After 5.5, Blues lead it. We'll be right back.
It is time for our tennis.
At East Mississippi Oral and Facial Surgery, Meridian native Dr. Asif Lala is renowned at managing a wide array of problems relating to the mouth, teeth, and facial regions, including but not limited to wisdom teeth extraction, dental implants, sleep apnea, jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and Botox cosmetic. Using the most recent advances in dental technology, let Dr. Lala restore your mouth back to its original function so you can finally smile with confidence.
Or if you qualify for airline tickets, get set, go! Oh wow, it's fun. We got a lot of tennis balls that are flying, going in and out. Wow, it's like gym class all over again. Oh, nice try, nice try. Oh, good arm, good try for the Blues. All right, guys, we're going to do our countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, thank you so much for playing. If you were got your tennis ball into your hula hoop, you'll be contacted by Brian. We're going to go ahead and get some Blues players to help clear the field. See you next time.
Meridian has always been a city of action, but today we are city of action. We're moving with urgency, professionalism, and we're here to get things done. Raising expectations, leading with service, professionalism, and accountability. From healthcare to the arts, and our growing partnership with Mississippi State Meridian. Progress is taking shape. We're not waiting on the future, we're building it. I'm seeing what happens when Meridian pulls in the same direction, when excellence becomes the standard. That's why we're strengthening public safety, investing in infrastructure, protecting our financial future, expanding partnerships in education, healthcare, and the arts, and positioning Meridian to lead in growth and opportunity.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field here as we go to the home half of the 6th inning. Back out on the mound for the Dragoons, Ulysses Hernandez. He came in and got the final out of the 5th inning. He will see 7, 8, and 9 in this Blues batting lineup. Scheduled up and be Ratajczak, Booth, and Christian. Ratajczak on the night 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Dylan Booth came in the bottom of the 3rd. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Blues coming off of a big inning in the 5th. Scored 8 runs on 5 hits. They stranded 1. So no runs on 4 hits for the Dragoons tonight. 12 runs on 8 hits for the Blues. This is game number 1 of a 3-game series. We'll be here tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday. So make sure if you can't make it to the ballpark, you're tuning into the Meridian Blues baseball channel there. Join us for some Mid-America League baseball.
Your Blues is the catcher, number 28, Ryan Ratajczak.
Ratajczak, the Katy, Texas native, steps in. It'll be his first look there at the left-hander, Ulysses Hernandez. The Blues sent 12 people to the plate in the 5th inning as Ratajczak takes that one for a called strike. There'll be a little short concert here after the conclusion while they get ready for the fireworks display. Ratajczak with a 1-1 count. Hernandez will deal. Too far outside. Home half of the 6th inning here. As Hernandez goes to the plate, skips that one in there. Ratajczak ahead in the count here, 3-1. Been aboard twice tonight. Check swing, did he go? He did not. 4-pitch walk there for Ratajczak. His 3rd walk of the night. And that'll bring to the plate Dylan Booth. Booth from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, played collegiately at Southeastern Baptist College. A recent graduate there. Steps in with nobody out and a runner aboard. That one goes behind Booth there. Slipped out of the hand there of Ulysses Hernandez. Ratajek aboard at first base. Dylan Booth at the plate. Booth 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Swing and a miss there. Evens the count at 1. Jace Christian on deck for the Blues. Hernandez will lean in. He gets a sign there from Mauser. Too tall. Booth way ahead here. Diving back in at first there is Ratajek. Back in there safely. Dylan Booth searching for his first hit of the night. First hit's part of the Meridian Blues ball club, actually. Just 3 games into his stint here. Chops that one foul. That'll even the count at 2. Monday will be a day off for the Blues, and then on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the Oil Barons coming into town. 3-game series. The 2-2 skips in there. This is game number 11 of the 16-game homestand for Meridian. 16 games in 17 days. Hernandez sets at the belt. He'll deal. Skips it in there, back-to-back walks.
Next to the plate for your Blues is the second baseman, number 25, Jace Christian.
Blues tonight have collected 10 walks. Of those 10, 6 have scored. A 7th if you add the hit by pitch. So Jace Christian at the plate. Nobody out and 2 runners aboard. Called strike there on the inside corner. Jace hitting .264. It's driven in 13. Drove in 1 tonight with the bases loaded. Took the free pass. The 0-1. Lines that one into right field. Ratajek will pull up at third base. That'll load the bases. Jace Christian shoots that one into right.
Back to the top of the order.
Everybody moves up 90 feet.
Number 13.
Sandry Hernandez. He's 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Scored twice. He's got 2 steals, 2 RBI. Third pitcher of the night for Fort Scott. Jared Willett went 4 2/3. That one skips in there. Nolan Mahan came in. He was not able to get an out. He gave up 4 runs on 4 hits. And Ulysses Hernandez came in, picked up the final out of the 5th inning, and has got the bases loaded here with no outs. Too tall there. Fourth batter of the inning for the Blues. Sandry Hernandez, the right-handed hitting center fielder, takes that one for a called strike. Ryan Ratajczyk on board at third base. It's Dylan Booth at second base and Jace Christian aboard at first after the single. Hernandez chops that one foul. Third base coach Greg McBride making the play. Ulysses Hernandez leans in, gets the sign there. He'll set at the belt. The 2-2. Rip toward the Blues bullpen. Well foul.
Folks, don't forget, when the ball game is over, we'll have our post-game concert with Brett Gully and Scott McQuaid. They'll be performing 5 songs this evening, and of course, right after that will be our post-game fireworks show.
Fireworks tonight after the ballpark, after the game here at the ballpark. Little mini concert prior to while they get set up. Hernandez goes down on strikes. First out of the inning. Mason McMillan steps to the plate. Mason 1 for 4. He lined one off the leg of Nolan Mahan back in the 5th inning, drove in a run, ended up scoring a run. That one was scalded right back at the pitcher. Looks like there's a pinch hitter on deck. On deck in the spot for Brandon Ford. Looks like it's going to be Miguel Tejada Jr. McMillan ahead in the count here, 1-0. Too tall. Hernandez gets the sign. Skips that one in there. The Blues will advance 90 feet on the wild pitch. Looks like Coach Mike Albin will go out, talk it over with his hurler. Give me a chance to thank the following corporate partners with the Meridian Blues: Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railroad, Citizens National Bank, Great Southern Bank, Hilton Garden Inn and Hampton Inn right here in Meridian, Lauderdale County, Magnolia Beverage, Meridian Air National Guard, USAA, and Visit Meridian. A big tip of the cap to those corporate partners in this inaugural season with the Meridian Blues. Mason McMillan steps back in. He's ahead in the count here, 3-0. That one skips in. McMillan's aboard there on the free pass.
Next to the
that will reload the bases.
Hitter, number 26, Miguel Tejada Jr.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here. Miguel Tejada Jr. pinch hitting here in the home half of the 6th. Tejada Jr. takes that one. Ryan Brunette's on deck as Miguel Tejada Jr. awaits the offering. Swinging through that one is Tejada Jr. A ball and a strike to the right-handed hitting pinch hitter Miguel Tejada Jr. Hernandez misses outside. No action in the bullpen, so this looks like it's going to be Hernandez or bust. The base is loaded here. The 2-1. Too tall. Tejada ahead in the count here. 3-1. Dylan Booth over at third base. Jace Christian at second. Mason McMillan at first base. That one skips in there. That'll walk in a run. So an RBI there for Tejada Jr. Everybody moves up 90 feet.
Next to the plate for your Blues is the right fielder, number 15, Ryan Brunette.
The new right fielder up for his first at-bat of the night, Ryan Brunette. That one misses inside. Brunette's playing in his 12th game of the season. Played earlier in the season, had to take a break, and he's back in the lineup tonight. It's got a 1-1 count after the called strike there. 2 runs have scored here in the inning, 14-0 in favor of the Blues. Two-1 the count there. This was a really close ball game, and the Blues exploded in the 5th inning for 8 runs. Two balls and a strike here to Ryan Brunette. Chopped foul toward the third base coach's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the inning. Hernandez sets at the belt. He'll deal. Too tall.
Real quick, fans, want to thank one of our great folks in attendance here tonight, Mr. John Morgan. He works down
3-2 count.
Let's wish him a happy birthday tonight.
To Ryan Brunette. Ulysses Hernandez on the mound. Chopped foul, stepping on the bag, throwing across the diamond. The double play. And the Dragoons get out of that one without any more damage. The Blues plate 2 in the inning. We'll be right back. More Blues baseball.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I bless America, land that Fly home, sweet home.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Back out for his 7th inning of work, Maxwell Schumacher. Schumacher. For a long time in the dugout there in the top of the 6th inning. Excuse me, bottom of the 6th inning. So we got 6, 7, and 8 due up here. Tommy Padilla, Jackson Burnett, and Mateo Rodriguez. Padilla 0 for 1 with a hit by a pitch and a strikeout. Third look at Maxwell Schumacher. Schumacher misses outside there. Three hopper to Eaton. He'll throw across the diamond. An error there by Eaton. You know, a near collision there in first as Eaton fires that one near the dugout.
Next to play for
Eaton's second error of the night. Jackson Burnett coming to the plate. Burnett 0 for 2, a ground ball to shortstop. And a strikeout. Into the screen there is Burnett. Schumacher to the plate. Another foul ball there by Jackson Burnett. Schumacher gets the sign and he'll deal. Struck him out. 8th strikeout of the night for the Big Show. First out of the inning. Mateo Rodriguez steps to the plate. 0 for 1 with a hit by a pitch. He did get caught stealing back in inning number 5. Inning started out with an error by the shortstop. That one's too far inside. The 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. These two teams will square off tomorrow at 6:05. The 1-1. Outside corner called strike. Mateo Rodriguez, Stillwater, Minnesota native. Behind the count, 1-2 here. Flew out to right field in his first plate appearance. Hit by the pitch there in the 5th. Misses low, does Schumacher. Schumacher trying to finish it up here in the top of the 7th. The 2-2. Boom! Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Big Show.
2 outs here in the inning. Next to the plate.
9th strikeout of the night.
Is the pitcher, number 30, Ulysses Hernandez.
The pitcher, Ulysses Hernandez, stepping to the plate. Singled back in the 3rd inning. Struck out in the 5th. Inside corner called strike. Way inside there, evens the count at 1. The 1-1. Chopped foul. A ball and 2 strikes to Ulysses Hernandez. Dragoons down to their final strike here. Started the inning off. Tommy Padilla got aboard via the error. Then back-to-back punch-outs looking. The 1-2. Again, chopped foul. That was right off the top of the foot there of Hernandez. He's staying alive. Count remains 1-2. Schumacher from Danville, Indiana, has had a good outing tonight. He's got a lot of run support as well. Sats at the belt and does the big right-hander. The 1-2. Too far off the plate. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Schumacher gets the sign. He's ready to deal. The 2-2 on the way. Right back up the middle. Hernandez with a 2-out single. That's his 2nd hit of the night. Gets a 2-out knock there to keep the top of the 7th inning going. Back to the top of the stack, Julian Gaston. Julian 1 for 3 on the night. Singled through the right side back in inning number 5. The error by Eaton hanging over the heads of the Blues faithful right here as Schumacher paints the outside corner. Gaston, the left-handed hitting center fielder. That one right on the corner. The 0-1. Just missed on the outside. Almost a mirror image of the previous pitch. Just a bit off the plate there. Schumacher staying away there from the left-handed hitting center fielder. That one's turned around down the right field line and foul. A ball and 2 strikes to Gaston. Schumacher leans in and he'll get the sign there from Ratajczyk. A ball and 2 strikes to Gaston. Now they're on the same page. Schumacher will set. The 1-2 on the way. Boom! Struck him out.
And fans, as a result of our league's run rule, that is your ball.
Maxwell Schumacher strikes out the side. And that will do it for the Dragoons. I'm going to take a 30-second break. I'm going to tally up my scorecard here and tell you about the ball game. I'll be back in 30.
Run the bases for free since the ball game is wrapped up. Allow the players to kind of clear the field a little bit, and we'll get to run the bases brought to you by Raising Cane's get done shaking hands there on the field.
Welcome back to Skaggs Field. The happy final here. The Blues win it by a score of 14-0. Maxwell Schumacher goes the distance for the Blues. He pitched 7 innings. He gave up no runs on 5 hits, no walks. He did hit 2, and he struck out a season high for Schumacher. He struck out 10. Jared Willett will get saddled with the loss. 4 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 8 runs on 4 hits. He walked 7, struck out 3, and hit 2. Nolan Mahan came in. He did not record an out. He gave up 4 runs on 4 hits. He walked 1. And Ulysses Hernandez came in and pitched the final inning in the 3rd. He gave up just 2 runs on 1 hit. He did walk 4. 14 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and 8 left for the Blues. No runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 7 stranded for the Dragoons. Looking offensively, the hits tonight, Julian Gaston had a knock for the Dragoons. He went 1 for 4. Also with base hits tonight, a 2-hit night for Samuel Padilla. He had a single and a double. He was 2 for 3 all the night. And a 2-hit night for Ulysses Hernandez. He went 2 for 3, 2 singles. And for the Blues tonight, offensively, a hit and a couple of runs scored for the leadoff man, Sandry Hernandez. He did steal 2 bases tonight as well. Mason McMillan had a hit and a run scored. Brandon Ford, he had himself a hit tonight, scored 3 runs after collecting 2 walks. Ladarius Clark collected 2 doubles tonight. He drove in 3 runs and scored 1. So Clark having a bad night. Caden Peoples got himself a double and an RBI. Hank Eaton, a 2-hit night. He went 2 for 4 with a run scored. And also collecting a couple of at least 1 hit tonight, Jace Christian. He went 1 for 3 tonight there with a run scored. But the happy final tonight, 14-0 in favor of the Blues. We'd like to thank the folks here that make these experiences possible inside the ballpark and on the baseball channel. Here, our public address announcer, Mr. Robbie Atkinson, our sports media wizard, Mr. Matt Milner, our videographer, Hunter Heath, and our producer, Miss Tanisha Clark. Folks, she is a rock star. We'll see you tomorrow night at the ballpark, 7:05 first pitch. I'm Will Atkinson, everybody. Travel safe. We'll see you at the ballpark, and have a happy and safe 4th of July. Don't forget, go Blues.